ॐ वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। So we will see the topic Samasaha. Samasaha means compound. Ekapadi bhavanam samasaha. Sankshepa samasaha. Just a quick run through of what we have seen. A combination of two or more words into a single word, which has its unique meanings. It's called vritti. Samasa is one of the vritti. Pancha vritteyaha. Among that, samasa is also one. And samasa is ekapadi bhavanam samasaha. All these things already we discussed in our morning class, but just yes, even then, just quick run through. Okay. I will just maybe write here, not the pancha vritti etc. Just in the file I will write. And just a minute. Just a minute. Opening the file.
Yes.
Just a minute, please. Just a minute. Sorry. Yes. Sorry, it took some time.
No issues.
So this is displays my file. I was searching for that. That's it. This is something to more what we have seen in the morning class. The 4 classes what we saw. So samasa is one of the vritti, panchavritti. Panchavritti we saw. It is a term for complex formation. So samasa vritti is one vritti. Samasa means ekapati bhavanam samasaha sankshepa katanam samasaha. So that samasa, just skipping many things we have seen. This condition is very important. Samartha pada vidhi. So you need to know with this sutra. Samartha pada vidhi. Second chapter, in the Ashtadhyayi, second chapter, first section, first sutra. Samartha pada vidhi. It's a paribhasha sutra. It's a paribhasha sutram. Samartha pada vidhi. What does it mean? This I have not discussed in the morning class much because there only introduction to this samasa without sutra. But for you, little bit of sutram also. So in the morning class, as I said, we have seen what samasa introduction and iterator dvanda samasa, samasa dvanda samasa. Further, I will continue some rules related to dvanda samasa and ekashashavritti, etc. That also you can parallelly follow, and this also you can. So you know, then you will know a lot. Okay. That's the idea.
Yes, sir.
So now here you can see Samartha Padavidhi. This is an important sutra. This is a Paribhasha Sutra. It states a rule which relates to complete words, not to the roots and affixes out of which the words are constructed. It's not the roots or these pratyas, the completely formed words. The rule which relates to complete words is to be understood, to be applied to those words, the senses of which are connected. A rule which relates to complete words. What is a complete word? A word is complete with the pratyaya. The dhatu with the pratyaya is a pada, complete word. Kriyapada. Yeah, pratipadikam is with the sut pratyaya is a complete word. It's a padam. So the rule which is related to complete words is to be understood to apply to those, only to those words, the senses of which are connected. It means two words which are complete. Which are complete means it's a completely formed word. Now, these two are said to be connected, or you can connect them. Only when you can connect them only when they make a sense. Only when they make a sense, you can connect them. So, two separate words which can be connected provided there is a sense of connection. If that connecting sense is not there, then the words cannot be connected. Therefore, samasa cannot be formed. Samasa or any vritti cannot be formed. That's the idea. That's the paribhasha. Understand? Samartha padavidihi.
Yes, sir.
If I say example, you will understand. Example is example is
Ji, your voice is very feeble now. Ji.
okay. Now it will be all right. See, I'll give it an example, you will understand. This is a Paribhasha Sutram, and if its effect will be seen as the word Samartena in Samasa Adhikara. You remember in the Samasa class, I mentioned Samartam, Subantam Padam, Samartena, Subantena Pada, Saha Samasyate, Samasaha Bhavati.
Yes, ji.
What makes a samasa is a subantam padam. See, please note, only a subanta can combine. We are talking about samasa. So in samasa, only subantas can combine. With the exceptions are always there. Okay, there in the exceptions. So only subantas can be combined. Subanta means namapadam. So therefore, subantam padam, one subantam padam will combine with another subantam padam, subantena saha samasyate. That subantam padam should be connected. Samartena. It should have samartha. Samartha means what? Capability. Should have the ability of joining. It means there should be some sense of connection between the two words. Then only a subantam, samartena, subantena, saha samasyate. A word can combine with another word, provided if there is a connecting sense between the two. That's the idea. I'll explain the example, you'll understand. The rules regarding the formation of compounds are applicable to padam, related in meaning, and the word samartena is understood for all the rules of the compound. It's to be understood for all the rules of the compound. The sutram Shashti, one example is taken. Now, Shashti is a sutram 2 to 8, second chapter, second section, 8th sutra. The Sutram just says Shashti. What is Shashti? It means Shashtyantam Subantam Padam Samartena Subantena Saha Samasyate Saha Shashti Tat Purusha Samasaha Bhavati. That is what the meaning. Shashti is Shashti Vibhaktyantam Padam. Shashti means here, I will explain further later. Shashtyantam Padam. Shashti Vibhaktyantam Padam. Samartena Subantena. I have written here Supa. Supa means don't take something else. Supa means Subantam. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Supa is Tritiya Vibhakti. Like Maruta.
Yes,
Supa. So Supa means a word cannot combine with this Pratyaya. That is not the idea here. Supa means Subantena. Subantena Saha Samasyate. Saha Tat Purushaha Bhavati. Shashtyantam Padam Subantena. Therefore, that is called Shashti Tat Purusha Samasa. A Shashtyanta word is compounded with an inflected. What is an inflected word? Inflected word means a padam. Okay, don't think inflected is something different. All these are English terms. Inflection means case terminations. A Shashtyantam Padam, some compounded with an inflected word, a padam, connected with it in meaning. It should be connected to in terms of its meaning. The meaning, there should be meaningful connection between the two words. Then it will form a compound, and that compound is called Tat Purusha. And Shashtyantam Padam Subantena. The first Padam is Shashtyantam Padam. Therefore, it is called Shashti Tat Purusha Samasa. This is an example. Like example, you see. Example. Bhuvaha Patihi. What is it? Bhuvaha. What is Bhuvaha? What is Bhuvaha?
Earth.
Bhuhu, Bhuvu, Bhuvaha.
Bahuvachanam.
Of what? Bhu. What is Bhu?
Earth. World.
Yes, Prithvi. Bhuvaha Patihi is Bhupatihi. What is Bhuvaha? Shashtyantam Padam. Yes or no? The Shashtyantam Padam ba? Yeah, right? Yes or no? Bhuvaha is a Shashti Vakti or not?
Amji.
Yes, but I said Bhuvaha. Shashti Vakti also Bhuvaha only. Okay. Don't think Bhuvaha is Pratama Vakti Bhagavachana. Bhuvaha, Bhuvam, Bhuvaha, Bhuva, Bhubhyam, Bhubhi. Goes like that. Bhuve, Bhubhyam, Bhubhyaha, Bhuvaha, Bhubhyam, Bhubhyaha, Bhuvaha, that Shashti Vakti. So Bhuvaha is Shashti Vakti. So Shashtyantam Padam. Then Samartena Supasaha, Subantena Saha, Samasyate Saha, Tat Purusha Samasaha Bhavati. So Bhuvaha Patihi becomes
Bhupatihi. The case gets terminated.
So Bhuvaha is Shashtyantam Padam, and another word is there Patihi, that is also a Subantam Padam. These two are connected. This Bhuvaha is connected to with Patihi. They are not. It's not they're two disconnected words. They are connected words, right? That's what Samartha is. Samarthena means there should be Samartha in terms of Arthena. That should have the Arthena, meaningfully it should be connected. Two words which can be connected. Possibility of connection is provided. The together when you connect, there is a meaningful, that's something meaningful. There is a meaningful word can be formed. Two disconnected words are there that you cannot say Samartha. That's why the Paribhasha says Samartena, Samartha Padavidihi, it is. Therefore, Bhuvaha Pati is Bhu Pratipadikam plus Shashti Bhakti. Patihi is Pati Pratipadikam plus Pratama Vibhakti. That's called Alaukika Vigraha. You know it, right? That's called Alaukika Vigraha. Then drop that. Dropping the Alaukika Vigraha, what you have? Bhu Patihi from the compound. From the Pratipadikam. Pratipadikam is Bhupati. You want me to write it or you understand?
We understand it.
Yes, alaukika vigraha, then drop the pratyaya. That is sutram by which we drop the pratyaya. Subodhatu pradipadikayogo look bhavati. So this is bhupati only. You get? Bhupati is a pradipadikam. Bhupati is a pradipadikam. So therefore, this pradipadik is it's a vritti. It's a vritti. Complex formation of a word. What vritti? Samasa vritti. How it is formed? By Shashyantam padam combining with Subantam padam. And that Samarthena Subantena, that Subanta padam, Shashyantam padam, it joins with a Subantam padam, Samarthena Subantam padam, not any padam. It should be connected with it in meaning. Patihi, when you ask, Patihi is master. What master? Whose master? Jagataf Patihi, Jagat Patihi, Bhupati. Connected with in meaning. Therefore, a meaningful compound, a meaningful complex word can be formed. Right? That is what is the Paribhasha said, Samartha Padavidigi. Now you take the example. Bharta Bhuvaha, Patihi, Naganam. Bharta Bhuvaha, Patihi, Naganam. This is a vacuum, it is there. Now, can you join Bhuvaha, Patihi here? Even though the word Bhuvaha and Patihi, they occur side by side. Right? Patihi, the word follows Bhuvaha. Can you compound this? Is there any samartha between them? Bharta Bhuvaha, Patihi Naganam. Bharta Bhuvaha, Patihi Naganam. Just a minute. Bharta Bhuvaha, Patihi Naganam. Naganam Patihi. Patihi Naganam. Naganam Patihi. Bhuvaha Bharta. What is Bharta? The one who supports the earth, Prithvi. Bharta Bhuvaha and Patihi Naganam. That is how it is connected. But you cannot connect Bhuvaha Patihi. Bhuvaha, it is connected to Bharta. And Patihi is connected to Naganam. Even though the word Bhuvaha and Patihi, they are closer, it cannot, there is no Samartha, there is no Samartha. It doesn't have compatibility in terms of joining, in terms of its meaning. It doesn't have compatibility in terms of joining by its meaning. Therefore, you cannot form a samasa. Understand?
Yes, D.
So, therefore, they are not compounded. You cannot compound it because they are not connected. They are not unrelated in sense. So, compound cannot be formed. In the morning class, I gave some other example. Rajnaha, Purushaha, Bharta, Bharya, something. Remember, you can. Anyway, here another example I'm giving. So, you can give many examples. So, now, you know when compound can be formed. So, when you write the vritti, please note, when we write the vritti, this is a format for writing the vritti. For Shashti Tatpurish Samasa, we say Shashyantam Padam, you can say Padam. Please note. Shashyantam Padam Samarthena Subantena Samasyate Saha Tatpurusha Samasaha Bhavati. Similarly, Tritiyantam Padam Samarthena Subantena Saha Samasyate Saha Tritiya Tatpurusha Samasaha Bhavati. Understand?
Yes, D.
Dvitiyantam Padam Samarthena Subantena Saha Samasyate Saha Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasaha Bhavati. Similarly, chaturtyantam padam samartena subantena sada samasyate saha chaturthi tat purusha samasa bhavati. Like that, not only for tat purusha samasa, any samasa you can form a simple vritti. Is it clear?
Yes, Ji.
Ji.
This the word samartena is important in this. That is, the word can be compounded provided they are connected meaningfully. That is the meaning of the paribhasha. Samartha pada vidihi. This is not only for samasa, it is applicable for all the vrittis. Samasa vritti, tadita vritti, all vrittis, it is applicable. This is the paribhasha sutra, applies all over. Okay.
Yes.
So in your, and just now, please note, if it is asked, explain samartha pada vidihi, you have to write very clearly. This example you can write. Our morning class, I gave another example. Rajnyaha Purushaha Bharya Bharya Patihu, something I gave.
Yeah, I guess Raja Purushaha.
Yeah, Raja Purushaha informed. Rajnyaha Purushaha Bharya, something I gave. There you cannot combine something I gave an example. It's a counter example. So in the morning class I gave whichever example, I will send you the note, maybe you can see that later. These examples you can note. To say why Bhuvaha Pati cannot be combined, because they are not connected. So this is an important Paribhasha Sutra, please note. Now you see, wherever in the grammar a Padavidhi is found, that must be understood to be applied to Samartha words. That is why I said the Sutra is applicable all over. Wherever in the grammar, in the Ashtadhyayi, wherever Padavidhi is there, a Vidhi is specified for Padam, Padavidhi, Padasya Vidhi, Padana Vidhi, a rule related to Pada. Pada means a complete word. Please note, we are not talking about Padanta and all. A rule which is applicable to a complete word. There you have to bring Samartha. That is, the rule must be applicable, must be applied to Samartha words only. The rule relating to Padam, that is a complete word. The word is complete with the case termination. That's called in English inflected. There's an inflection, inflected word. The rule relating to a Padam is called Padavidhi. Okay.
Yes, Ji.
Okay. The Vidhi is formed by adding V to the Dudanj Dhatu. Anyway, that is not required. How the word Vidhi comes, this explain, it's extra information. Okay, not important. Vidhi is by Dha Dhatu, Dudanj Dharana Poshna Yogo. The Dha Dhatu with V Upasarga, you get the word Vidhi. Fine. What are those rules which are ordained with regard to complete words? Rules related to samasa or compounding of words. What are those rules which are ordained with regard to complete words? So that is Padavidhi. What are those rules? One is rules related to compound, number one. Then rules related to Vibhakti are the application of declensional and conjugational affixes, and the rule by which one word is considered as if had become a constituent member of another word. Para Angavat Bhava, that okay, that these two, don't worry, we'll see that later. Rules related to Vibhakti we have seen, and the rules related to Vibhakti. In the 2-3 section, we saw the rules related to Vibhakti. So there also you will see this application of this Padavidhi. And Parangavat Bhava, that leave it. The word Samartha means capable. That which is capable of expressing the sense of a sentence on analysis is called Samartha. Or the word Samartha may mean that which depends upon words as connected in sense. That is what the meaning is. Samartha means that which depends on words as connected in sense. That is to say, the rule relating to words whose senses are connected together. that the words which are connected in terms of its sense, what they convey. Okay, that's the meaning of the word samartha. Now, thus it will be taught, not in, it will be taught. It will be taught in the sutra. We'll see that later. Just an example for you is given here. Vidya, Shrita, Atita, Patita, Gata, Astyasta, Prapta, Apannaihi. These are the words here. Vidya, Shrita, Atita, Patita, etc. This is second chapter, second section, 24. The sutra. Please note, second chapter, first section, second section deal with samasa. Samasa related sutras are found in 2.1 and 2.2. Now, do you remember we discussed before in the morning class something called upasarjanam? Do you remember upasarjanam?
Yes, Ji.
What is upasarjanam?
Ji, that is termination.
No. Anybody? So if you don't know what upasarjanam, tell me, I'll teach again. What is upasarjanam? Upasarjanam is a sanya. Upasarjanam is a sanya. What is upasarjanam? Upasarjanam is in the Samasa Vidayaka Sutras. In the Samasa Vidayaka Sutras, that which is in Prathama Vibhakti is called upasarjanam. Okay, let me show you. We discussed in the morning class.
Yes, you have already taught this.
Okay, I told you down that this example, Bharya, Rajnaha, Purusha, Devadattasya. This cannot be combined. A compound cannot be found between two disconnected words. Yata Bharya, Rajnaha, Bharya, that's the meaning. Then Purushaha, Devadattasya. Can you combine Rajnaha, Purushaha, Rajapurushaha? No. Here, wife of a king and son of Devadatta. That is what the meaning is. How can you connect, right? So you cannot connect. This is another example for Samartha Padavidihi. Gatireka Udaranam for Samartha Padavidihi. Anyway, now in morning class, we discussed all these things. I take for granted morning class, you are watching 4 classes gone. So with that as the the background we are discussing now. So that's why I'm asking what is upasarjanam. If you don't know upasarjanam, please tell. I'll teach again. Or if you want me to teach at the beginning, I will do it. I don't have a problem. But I'll be repeating the same thing. Already classes are there. So Samartha Padavidihi, it is there here. You can watch it later. You can note later. Then upasarjanam. Okay, what is upasarjanam? This is what it is upasarjanam. Pratama nirdrishtam samase upasarjanam. Upasarjanam is a sanya. Please note. Upasarjanam 1-43. Are you all writing some notes?
Yes, Ji.
Later
We are writing.
Yeah. Upasarjanam is a sanya. Pratama nirdrishtam, that which is specified in Pratama Vibhakti, where in Samasa Vidayaka Sutras. Sutras by which Samasa is ordained. They are called Samasa Vidayaka Sutra, which is in second chapter, first section, second chapter, second section, 2.1, 2.2 is said. So the sutras there, the sutra, that which is in Prathama Vibhakti, in the sutra, it is called Upasarjanam. It is called Upasarjanam. Understand? Now,
Yes, Ji.
you see this sutra, Vitiya, Shita, Atita, Patita, Gata, Atyasta, Prapta, Apannaihi. What Vibhakti the whole thing is, it is highlighted. What Vibhakti? It's a long compound.
Ji Tritiya Bahuvachanam.
Tritiya Bahuvachanam, right?
Yes, ji.
Tritiya Bahuvachanam.
Ji, now it is in Prathama, ji.
No, not it.
Again Tritiya, ji.
No, it's okay. I'm just correcting. What about Dvitiya? What is the Vibhakti of
Prathama
Dvitiya?
Vibhakti, ji.
Dvitiya is Akaranta Srilinga Prathama Vibhakti. This is a sutram. Where is the sutram? Second chapter, second section, 24th sutram. So under Samasa Vidayaka Sutra only. This is one of the Samasa Vidayaka Sutras. So Samasa Vidayaka Sutre, Samase, Yat Pratama Nidishtam, Tat Upasarjanam. Therefore, what is Upasarjanam here?
Dvitiya is the Upasarjana.
Yeah. Dvitiya
The word
means
Dvitiya.
not the word is Dvitiya, but what means the word Dvitiya that you have Dvitiyantam Padam, it means. Dvitiya means second. Not take the meaning. What it means is Dvitiyantam Padam. Yata Dvitiyantam Padam, right? That is a word ending with the second case suffix is optionally compounded with the words Shruta, Atita, Patita, Gata, Atyasta, Prapta, Apanna. So, Dvitiyantam Subantam Padam, Shruta, Atita, etc. Apanna ityadi. Gata, Atyasta, Prapta, Apannaihi, Subantaihi, Padaihi, Saha, Samasyate. What will happen? Dvitiya Tatpurushaha, Samasaha Bhavati. That's the meaning. Understand?
Yes, ji.
That is, in Samasa Vidayaka Sutra, that which is in Pratama Vibhakti is called Upasarjanam. That which is in Pratama Vibhakti is called Upasarjanam. Therefore, here it is Dvitiya is Upasarjanam. The sutra defines Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasa. This is a sutra by which Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasa is defined. So, therefore, Dvitiya means Dvitiyantam Subantam Padam. The second case suffix, the sup pratyaya, that can be compounded with the word Shita, Atita, Padita, Gata, Atyasta, Prapta, Apanna. These words can be compounded and you can form a samasa. Example you see. Kashtam Shitaha. What is Kashtam? What Vibhakti Kashtam is? Kashtam is what Vibhakti? Dvitiya Vibhakti.
Tritiya Vibhakti Ekavachanam.
Dvitiyantam Padam va Nava. Dvitiyantam Padam.
Tritiyantam Padam.
Dvitiyantam Padam. Shrita iti Subantena. Shritaha is it's a complete word. Kashtam is a complete word. It is Dvitiyantam Padam. Shrita is a complete word. Shritaha is Pratama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. So Dvitiyantam Kashtam Padam, right? Shritaha iti Subantena Saha Samasyate. Kashta Shritaha iti Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasaha Bhavati. Understand?
Yes, ji.
So Kashta Shritaha is a Samasa. What is the Vigraha for Kashta Shritaha? Kashtam Shritaha, Kashta Shritaha. One who has had recourse to pain. That's the meaning. The one who had recourse to pain. That's the meaning of the word Kashta Shritaha. Similarly, you can combine with Atita, Patita, Gata, Atyasta, Apanna, Prapta, Apanna, all these words. You understand this, Samasa?
Amji.
Yes, ji.
Kashtam plus Shritaha. What will happen? Kashta plus Dvitiyanta. That pratyaya is Shrita plus Su. Drop the pratyaya. This is Alokika Vigraha. Drop the pratyaya. Then Kashta Shrita will combine. You get Kashta Shritaha. So Kashta Shrita is a Pratipadikam that can be declined. Akarantaha, Pullingaha, Kashta Shrita Shabdaha. Or Shrilinga also, if you want to decline, you can do by adding the pratyaya Ta pratyaya kashtashruta possible. Or if you want to decline napumsakalinga, all the lingas are possible. Kashtashruta, kashtashruto, kashtashruta. Kashtashruta, kastashrute, kastashrutaha. Or kastashrutam, kastashrute, kastashrutani possible. Right? Depending on what you want to refer to, whichever the linga is. So this is the sutram for Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasa. Understand?
Yes, Ji.
In that, now when you are making a compound between these two words, one word is kashtam, other one is shrutaha. Now, two words are given. Which one will come? Now, this is Tatpurusha Samasa, right? Tatpurusha Samasa, which is Pradhanam?
The Purvapada Pradhanyam.
Really? Tatpurusha is Purvapada Pradhanam?
Diksha. Uttarapada Pradhanyam.
Uttarapada Pradhanam. Shita is Pradhanam. Right? Shita is Pradhanam. Shita is one who has had recourse to what? Kashtam or water may be Sukham. Sukham Shitaha becomes Sukhashitaha. Dukkham Shitaha becomes Dukkhashitaha. So therefore, Pradhanam is Shitaha only. Shita means Ashrita. One who has had recourse to what? Whether it is pain or Ananda or Sukham, whatever it may be. So Pradhana word is, see, the compound minimum must have two words. Among the two words, one must be Pradhana, other one must be Apradhana. Other is called Gauna, right? So in Tatpurusha Samasa, Uttarapadam, the following word is Pradhana. Purvapadam is Apradhana. Here Purvapadam is Kashtam. Why you are placing Kashta as Purvapadam? Because it is Upasarjanam. Because it is Upasarjanam.
Upasarjanam.
Upasarjanam in the Samasa. What is Upasarjanam? In the Samasa Vidayaka Sutra, that which is in Pratama Vibhakti is called Upasarjanam, right? That's what I said before.
Yes, Ji.
So,
Yes, Ji.
Dvitiya is in Pratama Vibhakti. Therefore, Dvitiya means Dvitiyantam Padam. Therefore, when you do the Samasa, that Dvitiyantam Padam, that will be Purva. That has to be placed first. Dvitiyantam Padam must be placed first. You cannot place Shrita before and Kashtam later. You cannot form Samasa. Understand?
Yes, Ji.
You cannot. Why? Because in the Samasa Vidayaka Sutra, Dvitiya, the word is in Pratama Vibhakti and it is called Upasarjanam. When you form Samasa, Upasarjanam must be Purvam. That's a rule.
Yes, Ji.
Upasarjanam Purve Bhavati. Therefore, Kashtam being a Dvitiyantam Padam, Purvam Bhavati, Shataha Paraha Bhavati, Tayoga Madhye, that it is connected by the second case. Therefore, it's called Dvitiya Vibhakti. Dvitiyantam Padam, Shita Padena, Shita iti Subanta Padena, Saha Samasyate, Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasaha Bhavati. So, like that, we can form any number of compound. Now, Kashtam Shitaha. Now, Krishnam Shitaha will become Krishnam Shitaha will become
Krishna Shritaha.
Krishna Shitaha only. Similarly, Atita, Patita, Gata, Atyasta, Prapta, Apana, with all these words, as you put Uttarapadam, you can form Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasa. Is it clear?
Yes, Ji, very clear.
Ji.
Now the question may come. You have to ask. If you don't, you have to ask actually. I thought nobody is asking. Here, Shita, Atita, Patita, Gata, Atyasta, Prapta, Apanna. How many words are given? 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7 words are there?
Yes, Ji, 7. Yes, Ji.
Ji.
Does it mean only all the 7 words you can form Samasa? In other Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasa not possible. In other words can't be formed.
Ji, the synonym of that word can be formed.
Huh?
The synonym, the word with the same meaning of these words can be formed with Dvitiya.
With other words cannot be formed. Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasa. You see the Samskrita Bharati book, the examples, Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasa. Just see. Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasa. You would have given a lot of examples in this. 1 minute. What is given? Griham gataha. Okay, gataha, the word is griham gataha, griha gataha. Are there any other words? So many words are there, Dvitiya Tat Purusha. Here not given, probably some other words given. Okay, anyway, here it is not there. But I can show you many are possible.
Ji, I guess the words which are given in the Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasa will be related to or which gives the same meaning of these words. Shuta, Tita, Patita, Gata.
No, not that. Yes. Yeah, something called what we do is, okay. We have not come to that level, but anyway, I just tell you. This is a sutram, right? This sutram, to accommodate other possible Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasa, what we do is, we can do Yoga Vibhaga. What is that?
Yoga Vibhaga.
You can do Yoga Vibhaga. Yoga Vibhaga means what? What is Yoga Vibhaga? Yoga means sutra. Vibhaga means division.
Separating.
Huh?
Ji, Vibhaga means separating, Vaji.
Separating, very good. Very good, separating. So what does it mean? Yoga Vibhaga means now?
Ji, separating the sutra.
Separating the sutra, yes. Now, this Dvitiya Shata, the sutram is there, right? What you can do is, this sutram, to accommodate other possible Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasa, I'm just taking this as an example. What you can do is, you can divide this sutra into 2 sutras. The first sutra is 2.24. You can call it as A. The second one will become 2.24b. For 2.24b, Dvitiya comes as Anuvritti. Understand?
Yes, Ji.
Dvitiya comes as Anuvritti. So first sutra is Dvitiya. So Dvitiyantam Padam can combine with any Samartham Subantam Padam. That's what it means. Dvitiyantam Padam Subantena Padena Saga Samasyate Samasaga Bhavati. And the second sutra, 2.24b, becomes Dvitiyantam Padam. With these words can combine and form Tatpurusha Samasa, Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasa. Therefore, 2.24b is same as the original sutra, whereas 2.24a, what does it make? It is by which all other possible Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasas are included. Understand? So therefore, not that Dvitiya Tatpurusha can be formed only with these words. If you say only these words, that's a problem. Because like we have got so many Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasas are there, right? Gita and all, if you take, many are there. So this is called Yoga Vibhaga, Sutra Vibhaga. Yoga means Sutra. Understand?
Yes, Ji.
Just to give you an example like that, it is other forms, other samasas, the forms of samasas can be accommodated. Okay, now coming back to, we are discussing Samartha Padavidihi. Samartha Padavidihi. Therefore, here Kashtam Shutaha becomes Kashta Shutaha. But when these words are not Samartha or connected in sense, then compounding is possible? No. Like example, you see, Pashya, Devadatta, Kashtam. Shita, Shito Vishnumitro Gurukulam. Pashya, Lotlakara. See, O Devadatta, Sambodhana. E Devadatta. See the pain, O Devadatta. Vishnumitraha, Gurukulam Shitaha, he has taken to recourse to Gurukulam. So, can you combine Kashtam Shitaha?
No, Ji.
You cannot combine because Dvitiyantam Padam Kashtam is not connected with the Shuta. These two are not connected at all, disconnected. Pashya Kashtam, hey Devadatta, see the pain, oh Devadatta. That is what it means. Vishnumitraha Gurukulam Shutaha. Shutaha, for which the Karta is Vishnumitra. And the Karma is Gurukulam. So this is as though a separate vacuum, and this is a separate vacuum. How can you combine Kashtam Shutaha? There is no connection. They are Kashtam and Shuta, these words are not connected. Therefore, Samartena Subantena eva Sagasamasyate. Here there is no Samartha. Therefore, Samasa cannot be formed. Here the words Kashtam and Shuta, though read in juxtaposition means they are read side by side, they are not compounded because they are not Samartha. Is it clear? What is Samartha Padavidhi? So in the exam, if it is asked, please write. Elaborate it. You can write with the example. That is why this example also given. Why this example is taken? To explain the Yatireka Udaranam for Samartha Padavidhi. This sutra is a Vyatireka, it's an Vyatireka Udaranam to explain the Samartha Padavidhi. Okay. And in the process, we discussed something more on the Vidya Tatpurusha Samasa. That will be useful later. Here, it should be understood that injunctions regarding inflected words, inflected means Subantam Padam, have to be carried out without any alteration of sense. Fine. Now, Padavidhi is ordained by the rule Samartha Padavidhi. The rules related to Samasa is Padavidhi. Because Samartam, Subantam Padam Samartena, Subantena Sagasamasya. Therefore, Padavidhi. Pada Samartha meaning capable. The Samarthya is a Tadita word. The capability is of two kinds. What is that? Vyapeksha and Ekarti Bhava. The Samarthya is of two types. When a single word is capable of expressing the sense of a sentence on analysis, it is called Ekarti Bhava Samarthyam. This is possible only after compound is formed. Like what? Raja Purushaha, Rajnaha Purushaha becomes Raja Purushaha, Ekarti Bhava Samarthyam. Here the compound Raja Purusha gives a meaning of servant of a king, that which depends upon the words of a sentence. This is Ekarti Bhava. Okay, this is done. Then second one, that which depends on the words of a sentence as connected in sense, it's called Vyapeksha Samarthyam. Example, Rajnaha Purushaha, Krishnam Shitaha, etc. But when these words are not connected in sense, there can be no compounding. Okay, so therefore, Samarthya is of two types, Ekarti Bhava and Vyapeksha. What is Vyapeksha? Apeksha, that's called V Upasarga Apeksha. When there is that which depends on the words of a sentence as connected in sense, that is called Vyapeksha. Please note, Ekarti Bhava Samarthyam and Vyapeksha. For Ekarti Bhava Samarthyam, this is possible only after the compound is formed. Example, Raja Purushaha is a Rajnaha Purushaha, you join, then it gives that it's in single word is capable of expressing the sense of a sentence. That Raja Purushaha you have formed, Rajnaha Purushaha, fine, that is done. Now, the compound which depends That is the connection, the compound which depends on the two words in a sentence. That is possible only there is a apeksha, a dependency, that's connectivity. That must be there. Otherwise, that cannot be compounding. That is called apeksha. That's called apeksha samarthyam. So, therefore, in all the compounding what we formed, there must be apeksha. Understand? There must be apeksha. Please understand. There must be apeksha. Apeksha means apeksha. Again, the same example I am giving. Shitaha Devadattaha Gurukulam. Devadatta has taken resort to Gurukulam. Here, the Shitaha, the word, it is not compounded. Compounded means there should be some word that must be there, must be connected with. Then only it can be compounded. Otherwise, why is compounding possible? So, apeksha is dependency of the presence of another word, and should have connection. That's called apeksha samarthyam. So, samarthyam is of two types: ekarti bhava samarthyam and apeksha samarthyam. Apeksha samarthyam depends on the words of the sentence as connected in sense. Ekarti bhava samarthyam is a single word is capable of expressing the sense of a sentence. It's called ekarti bhava sentence. This is possible only after the compound is formed. After the compound is formed, Rajapurusha is formed, then that ekarti bhavam is there, then that word can be used in the language after forming the compound. Now, in a sentence, words are there. Between that, you want to form compound, then that must have apeksha samarthyam. So, samarthyam is, the samartha is looked upon as these two types, apeksha, ekarti bhava iti. Now, there are many ways of making compounds. The first and the intermediate words lose their case affixes in compounding. In fact, all the words, they lose the case affixes. Only one case of affix, that is suffix. Affix means suffix, is added to the last member of the compound. A compound must have at least two words, two members must be there. So you have to drop the cases. And finally, after dropping the case, you will have pratipadikam. Then only one suffix should be added, that is added to the last member of the compound. So that is the padam. That is that, and also the linga depends on the linga of the word depends on the last word, gender of the last word. That also exception is in Bahubrigi, it is not like that. In Bahubrigi, that depends on the what it qualifies. In Bahubrigi Samasa, even a word which is in a particular gender can be declined some other gender also. That is possible in Bahubrigi. For example, palam, the word is a pala is napumsakalinga, but Bahubrigi, pullinga also possible, strilinga also possible. Because it's anya pada pradhana, the word comes as a qualifier to some other word. So depending on the gender of the qualified, the qualifier takes gender. Okay, this is in case of Bahubrigi. Otherwise, the gender of the compound depends on the last word of the compound. And therefore, the case affix is added to the last member. Example, Ramakrishna Govindaha. Here, Rama will get case affix? No. Krishna? No. The last word is Govinda. So, to the word Govinda only, you have to add the pratyaya, supratyaya, suvaujas, amaujas, all those pratyayas. That's what it says that. All the intermediary words, what will happen? Intermediate, even the last word also will drop the case suffixes and a new case suffixes added to the last word of the compound. Ramaha cha, Krishnaha cha, Govindaha cha. The Ramaha is Rama plus Su, Krishnaha is Krishna plus Su, Govindaha is Govinda plus Su. Drop all the case suffixes, all the pratyaya. Then you have Rama, Krishna, Govinda. The pratipadikam is formed. Now, last word is Govinda. Govinda is Pullinga word. Therefore, the compound is a Pullinga compound and is Akaranta. Therefore, Akarantaha Pullingaha iti, you can decline this. So, and here it is Rama, Krishna, Govinda, it is more than 2. Therefore, one case affix just is added to the last member, Govinda. Therefore, you get Rama, Krishna, Govindaha. This is one. Second one. A compound thus formed may further be compounded with another simple compound, and this may again become the member of a new compound. So, all these things are possible. Raja Mandirantaf Purakanta Janaha. Okay, I don't know what is from. Maybe mistake, maybe that, not sure. No. Raja Mandira Antahpura Kanta Janaha. It is. Okay, I think Raja Mandira is one word. Then Antahpura Kanta Janaha it is, I think. So Raja Mandira is one compound. Rajnaha Mandiraha Raja Mandiraha. That again combined with Antahpuraha. Then Antahpura Kanta Janaha. So it can be combined like that. Once you form a compound, the compound may be combined with another compound, and all these things are possible. Okay. There are certain grammatical changes which occur when it is compound. All the samasanta karyas like touch, etc. So after forming the compound, certain compounds may take pratyas. That's called samasanta pratyaya. For example, touch is a pratyaya. Touch is a pratyaya whose content is a. Chakara is ith letter, takara is also ith letter, content is only a. So upadasham, uparajam, upanadam. We will see all this compound later. All these samasanta karyas like touch. This is a grammatical change. Grammatical changes after forming the compound, you add samasanta pratyaya, by which you get a samasa. After that, you can add supratyaya. So all these are possible in a compound. There are many ways of making compounds. Under this, these 3 points are there. So note this. So a compound once formed may combine with other word and can form compound. Complex compounds are possible. Then certain compounds after you form, it may take some pratyas, samasanta pratyas, and that is a separate topic. Samasantaha is there. Certain based on the samasa, it will take pratyas, samasanta pratyas, by which you form a pratipadikam, and after that you can add supratyas. Now, compounds are divided into 4 principal classes: Avibhava, Samasa, Tatpurusha, Bhagavadihi, and Dvandva. Dvandva we discussed. In the morning class, we discussed Dvandva, otherwise called copulative. Then another samasa is that called Kevala samasa. Kevala samasa is that which cannot be categorized into any of these types. That's why it's called Kevala samasa. These compounds are not governed by any of the rules under the 4 classes, but explained on the general principle that any subanta can be combined with any other subanta. That's called Kevala samasa. According to some grammarians, not only subanta, but compounding can be 6 kinds. What are they? This is a karika, it's a shloka. Supam supa, tingha namna dhatuna ata tingha tingha. Subanteneti vignayaha samasaha shat vidaha budehe. So samasa are of 6 types, it says. Sup can combine with sup. Sup can combine with ting. So sup can combine with the nama padam. Then with the dhatu. Then ting with the ting. All these are possible. So this is according to some grammarians. Samasa is of 6 types. But generally we say subantam subantena sagasamasate. Tinganta possible, but we don't have to worry about that. There are exceptions. Okay. Now, Avibhava samasa. That is the topic we are going to see. So if we see that avibhava samasa, then two types of samasas are over. Iteretara dandva, samahara dandva, then that is dvandva samasa, then avibhava samasa. Avibhava samasa is a big topic. We'll discuss that. Adverbial compounds. Avibhava samasa consists of two members. The first of which is in most case is indeclinable, and the second one a noun. Please note. Avibhava samasaha is purvapada pradhana, and the first word should be an indeclinable, and the second word will be a noun, a namapadam. So avibhava samasa, purvapada pradhana samasa, and avibhava samasa is avyayam. Please note, avibhava samasa is avyayam. It cannot be declined. So declinables are derivable. There are some declinables in the language which are naturally there, like cha, api, kintu, parantu, etc. And there are some declinables which are derived from the dhatu, like adding twa pratyaya, twa or lep, patitva, gatva, agamya, derived declinables. And some avibhava samasa also avyayam, indeclinable. The compound so formed becomes indeclinable. The first word of the avibhava samasa is avyayam, and the whole compound is indeclinable. Example, anugamanam. Okay, here it is. Not anugamanam, anugangam. Not anugamanam. Here that some typos are there. Anugangam. Anugangam is Gangayaga Samipe. That's the meaning. Anugangam. Ganga. Ganga is Akaranta Srilinga. Anu is Avyaya. So Anugangam. Anugangam means Gangayaga Samipe. Yata Shakti. That is another example. Shaktim Anatikramya. Yata Shakti. That is Avibhava Samasa. Some examples we'll see in detail. Yata is Purvapadam. Shakti is Uttarapadam. Shakti is a noun. Yata is indeclinable. Similarly, Anu is Purvapadam. Anu is indeclinable. Ganga is noun, Namapadam, declinable. The whole compound is Avibhava Samasa, and they are considered to be indeclinable. Anugangam only. Similarly, Yata Shakti only. So you cannot say Yata Shakti, Yata Shakti, Yata. You cannot decline that. Yata Shakti is Avyayam. The following rules should be observed in forming Avibhava Samasa. I think we will see this. We will see this in the next class. Avibhava Samasa. Okay. So we can stop here. Any doubts in what we discussed, please ask.
Does the word anu and upa gives the same meaning?
Yes, upagangam also you can say. Upagangam. Upagangam. Yes. Right? Okay. Any doubt in this?
No, Ji.
So,
No,
Avibhava Samasa we will discuss in detail. Okay. So, that's what we are going to see. So, Itaretra Dvandva Samasa, Dvandva Samasa and Avibhava Samasa. These two Samasa and some of Tatpurusha Samasa. And if we can go through the Samasa book of this Samskrita Bharati, that is enough. You will understand with this. So then only 10 classes maximum. We have to finish with that. After that, you can join the class, online class, Friday morning. There we will discuss more elaborate. This is only from the examination point of view. Only this much we can do because we don't have much time. So I will, with some sutra, I will explain with the examples in this book. So that will do. A lot of examples are there that we can work. So 10 classes maximum. Today is 2nd May, so we cannot continue for no. We have to finish at least before 10th May. Between some classes may not be. Tomorrow, no class, I'm going out. So we'll meet on Wednesday. Okay. We'll meet on Wednesday.
Yes, we can meet.
Yeah, please remind me when we can meet. I think 3:30 or 8 o'clock.
As usual, we'll have it in the morning itself. Morning 10 o'clock or 10:30.
But you have an exam, right?
No, exams are over.
Oh, okay. Then morning we can meet. It will be good.
As usual, we can meet.
Okay. 10:30 or 10 o'clock itself we can meet. It will be good.
We'll check in the computer lab and we'll let you know, because
okay, fine.
Ma'am will come by 10:15 only. She'll come. So after that only we have to switch on the systems and we have to settle there.
Okay, no problem.
We'll ask Ma'am. She'll come before. If she comes now, we can have it at 10 o'clock.
Okay, so we will meet on Wednesday, right?
Wednesday, yes,
Thank you. Om Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Dhanyavadaha. All of you follow what I taught as of now?
Yes.
Any no doubts?
No, Ji.
Okay. Please note Samartha Padavidihi. One question will be there. Right away I'm saying, understand what Samartha Padavidihi, that Paribhasha Sutram. Okay. Explain with an example. Even with the Sutra itself, I gave it as Vidya. Taking that as an example and that Sutra as an example and giving one example for that, explain. Vitireka Udaharanam, explain. So please note. That's important. Yeah.
Yes, Ji.
And the 12 marks different samasas will be there. You have to write the samasa. If I give Vigraha Vakyam, you have to make a samasa, simple samasa. We will do, I will give many examples you can do.
Yes, Ji.
So that be easy. That is enough, I think. Further, when you do MA, there you may study in detail. See, the same samasa with the sutras, if we do, it will take more classes. It will take time. We don't have that much time. We can do always later. This immediate goal is exam. So what is required for exam? That much you be ready for it. That is enough.
Yes, Ji.
Immediate first long-term goal must be there, but immediate goal is exam. So an examination point of view also I told Samartha Padavidihi is important. What else is required? Simple. Definitely two questions will be there. Samartha Padavidihi is important. Then instead of the Sandhi also may be there. The Sandhi and Sandhi splitting and Sandhi joining. If you give Samasa, 10 Samasas are there. You have to join them. Or if it is asked Vigraha Vakya, give the Vigraha Vakya. Understand and give, it will be easy. Right?
Yes, Ji.
Only for 2 questions we are spending so much time. Not so much time. You have to know in detail. I mean, if not in detail, something you must know the structure of Samasa, how it is. That much knowledge is required. Okay.
Yes, Ji.
Yes.
Yes, Ji.
We will see tomorrow. Not tomorrow. After tomorrow.
Day after Astu Ji.
Dhanyawad.
Ji, could you please share the Word document, Ji?
Yes. Which document? Both.
Ji, already you have sent, I guess, Ji, the same document. Except the sutras.
What's that?
Ji,